I definitely agree with you. Tara just said you have a lot of wisdom. Deborah, I'm telling you, these, oh my God, this is by far so inspiring, you know? And for me, like when I stepped out of corporate America, so I know what you're talking about, because when I stepped out of corporate America, I said, I'm gonna do this thing. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't go to school for communication. I didn't go to school for streaming. I didn't do nothing. But what I did know, I had awesome personality.
There you have it.
That I know. So once you have that, and if you're authentic, people will come. So all of a sudden, I'm starting being mentored by these phenomenal people. I'm like, okay, which is great. So with that, I stepped out and I'm like, okay, God's like, Jackie, you got to do it. You're making these people good money. You're making a lot of money too, but you can make more by doing it yourself. Okay, going out and doing something different. Because I used to train doctors and everything, left that field, jumped out into this without a net because I'm a jumper. I don't look for the net because I don't look for plan B. Because if you look for plan B, you know plan A is going to fail. No, we're not doing that. So I prayed, I fasted, I said, God, then God started giving me some stuff. I was in a restaurant talking, and this guy kept saying, where you from? Where you from? I said, you know, I was getting kind of a little antsy with him, like, don't touch me. I know who you are. Next thing I know, he puts me on a Fox affiliated station. It was just crazy. So I said, I'm gonna start a nonprofit for maternal health. You know, Black women are dying, babies are dying. What can we do? Baby, when I tell you God was good, God gave me one of the board members, an OBGYN, she fell into my lap. Okay. My business partner is a nurse, fell into my lap because they're looking to me as being the leader because they're like, Jackie, you'll walk out, you talk to anybody, you do it, and people listen to me. So I realized I am an influencer because, you know, I'm using my superpower for good. I'm not using it for bad, and I want to help women. So then I created a network of people I've known since when I came from Jamaica, like third grade on up, a network of women that we motivate each other on the phone. We text each other on the phone because look, I don't deal with negative Nellies. I deal with positive Pollies. If I see you being negative, I got to walk away. I can't deal. It does something to my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Or if another woman is bringing down another woman. So we're all about inspiring each other, loving each other, supporting each other. What do you need? You know, I have another group where we share money. One girl, I don't even like saying anything to her because I'll say, oh my God, I'm just exhausted. I've been working. Next thing I know, she'll cash at me $200. And I'm like, I mean, the other group that I have, I'm like, so I'm like being very careful on what I say, but we got to get into this. We're in a recession, depression, but that's a state of mind. That broken is a state of mind. So as far as I'm concerned, if God can have rubies and diamonds in heaven and Africa has all that vast riches, we can do that here too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just loving what y'all are doing. When do you see this in 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, honestly, the sky is the limit for us right now. Like, I definitely see our 96.71 acres thriving and lively, full of beautiful retirement and vacation homes that our families are living in, a beautiful country club space where people can come and have their weddings and have a farm to table restaurant experience, agricultural development, kids coming to pick pumpkins and watermelons, and a muscadine wine patch where people are coming for wine tastings and family reunions and all kinds of great retreats and healing retreats where people are coming to stay on our tiny cabins and hunting and enjoying the gun range and fishing and jet skiing on our man-made lake. Like, a place where Black folks are loving their life and
Mm.
enjoying the leisure and freedom that we deserve in peace with our 24/7 armed security and our ivory tower walls holding us in. So we don't have to worry about none of the madness and nonsense. I also look forward to establishing more acres of land and subdivisions with Black families and farming communities and small businesses and people who are shopping with each other and circulating our Black dollars amongst each other in a future city of Freedom, Georgia. along Oconee River that is beautiful and
Mhm.
thriving and full of solar power and green homes and agricultural development and ecotourism and people driving from all over the world to spend weekends and summer vacations and to enjoy what we all have created for ourselves and for our people.
Someone said to me, oh, because I was talking to them and they're like, Wakanda forever. I said, no, 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 no. I said, it's FGI forever. I just got to figure out how to do the FGI. That's forever, you know? And they're
Yes.
like, what's FGI? So I said, watch the show and we'll talk about it. I said, FGI. I said, we got to figure out how to do the hand thing. But don't come to me no more after me doing this show and come to me with no disrespect, no Wakanda forever. Because this Wakanda forever is out there in Toomsboro, Georgia. So they were like, wow. And I'm like, yes, because just listening to what you were saying, I just felt myself sinking deeper and deeper and deeper into my seat. My body was relaxing more and more and more. My endorphins was just, people be puff, puff, smoke, smoke. That's how my body was feeling, like just so, like everything just released, just listening to you, what you're talking about and to see. And I want the young kids that I mentor with me and I intern for them to see the sky is the limit. Anything is possible as long as you have support. That's the main key. As long as you have support with like minded people, women, men, whomever, white, black, whatever, as long as you have that support, it's good. And it's good to see that you guys are problem solvers because you got sick of all these killings that are happening. And for a while, and I agree, Renee, I was getting depressed. I was like, I don't watch the news anymore. I have my phone and thank God my Facebook and all my social media, it doesn't pop up with all that other stuff because I am positive. Positive stuff is coming to me because we were talking about energy. So, Miss Renee, being the president of this great, phenomenal world, because basically, as far as I'm concerned, Toomsboro is a country. A country. I know my geography. It's a country in Georgia. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, y'all created your own little island, your own little enjoyable place for people to come. So I had told my husband, I says, wait till they start everything. We're not going back to Italy. We're not going all in places. We gonna come there when all that stuff is done. They gonna get my money. Okay. You got our money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out and tell people, y'all not paying me for press, but baby, everybody know me and I'm going to talk about it. No, you don't need to go to Rome. You don't need to go to Vegas. No, no, no. What they say, what goes on in Vegas, stay in Vegas. No, no, no. How about go to Toomsboro? What goes on in Toomsboro, you can bring it out and bring more people in. How about that? Okay. You can bring your children there, have fun. I feel like I've been there and I haven't been there yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm doing some marketing here, but I do believe in sharing is caring. And it would be selfish of me knowing what you're doing, reading about what you're doing, putting up the post about what you're doing. It's worldwide now, where before people probably were like, okay. Now everybody want to get in the bandwagon because those are the people who, well, we'll see what happens after they get it done. They don't want to jump in while it was going on, because they had their doubts. But you know what? When it comes to a Black woman and her mind is made up, ain't nothing she can't do. Women, period, ain't nothing
That's
she
right.
can't do. So, Miss Renee, let's say 45 watching the show, and he says, you know what? I like what them girls are doing. I like what they're doing. Let me give them a check for $1 million. What would you do with that check, Miss Renee?
Well, me personally,
Mm-hmm.
all money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. But being that it's not just me and I have a collective, it's a collective of us. We're all equal partners. I would discuss it with them and see what they think. But I mean, I think we all agree that all money ain't good money. And so I guess however the collective
Ashley,
feel is how we would proceed.
what would you do if an anonymous donor gave you $1 million?
We would start building immediately. Like we definitely would start building immediately. But as a collective, money don't move us. We've had so many people come and offer so many resources. We've had so many people come and want to give us this, and this. But going in, we tell them if it does not align with our mission, our core values, if it doesn't align with us, we don't accept anything. Like anything we do, anybody we partner with, they have to align with what we believe in and what we stand for.
And that
we
I'm
impress for everybody
agreement
else.
with you on that, because for me, money is all about energy. That's what money is.
Yeah.
It boils down to me. It's all about energy. So if the energy from where it's coming from is not good, but I was just saying, if you open up the mailbox and you see a check, and I'm trying to press you for something.
It would literally be building up this idea. Because at the end of the day, money is the answer to every challenge and every problem. So we had $1 million, we put the lake in, we build the teeny home and retreat center, we build the conference center, we build the farmhouse, we'd amend the soil so we can get our farming started. We would be able to purchase more land. We want to be able to buy as many acres of land as we possibly can. We want to be able to buy as many acres as we possibly can. So by having that kind of money available to us, it would absolutely move our phases for development along so much faster. So that's what money will do. Like, there's environmental impact fees. We got to put sewage in, water treatment centers, all kinds of things have to happen to develop the infrastructure, and not just $1 million, but millions of dollars. We can do this the old school fashioned way, which is the way we're taking, where each family has to put a well in and put a septic tank in on their acre or 2 acres or 3 acres to serve their house, or every commercial building has to put a well in and put a septic tank and throw their solar panels. Like, we can take that strategy, and we will take that strategy, because we ready to do whatever we got to do to build what we want to build and live off grid and be self-sufficient. Because those 3 things, solar, septic, and water, is all you need to be self-sufficient. And so we can do that on our own and be green and be powerful with just the basic infrastructure. It's not rocket science. People have been living out in the country off the grid for many, many years, and we can still do it that way. And we do want to be more innovative as well with some high technology. But at the end of the day, it'll be based on what the money is, who the money is, and what money we have. And we just gonna plug away at it one step and one phase at a time. So once we purchase the next batch of land, we'll get it subdivided, sell some land to some folks who are ready to get out there, put their well in, put their septic tank in, build their house up, put some solar panels on it, and we get to farming and living in leisure for free, because we can live for free. We don't have to be attached to this world and the ways of this world. We can be by ourselves, chilling on our land, doing what we want to do, how we want to do it, with our black sheriff who will make sure that we good in Wilkinson County, okay? It's not something like, the money will come. The money is coming. We have people who are setting up venture capitalist funds just to be able to give us money to start new Black businesses to serve the needs of the community that we're building brand new from scratch there in that area. So the money is already here, it's already coming, it's already available. We are in an amazing time. It's as if, God's called us to such a time as this. And this is the chance that we have to get off the grid, build for ourselves. In Wilkinson County, you can build your house from the ground up yourself. When's the last time you built something with your hands? We got to start building with our hands and teaching our kids skill sets that they can actually build something for themselves. We can't be so far removed from our habitat, from our food, from our water. We've given away too much of our power to big corporations, and we have to become more self-sufficient and innovative, because we got brilliant Black minds. Just like you said, we created the stoplight, we create the dishwasher, we create the stuff that makes life easier. So if we bring our brilliant Black minds together in this vast, beautiful nature, to be able to think without stress, to be able to just think, we don't even need money. We can make cryptocurrency and do what we need to do. The land will produce everything we need it to do. We can do this on our own. We just got so comfortable that we think we have to have this money from the United States of America, that we have to have these systems and structures but really we can create what we want for ourselves. We have that power, and we can take the $9 a month that if we get 10 million people together and start paying in to the Black Achievement Fund, we can fund this stuff ourselves. We'd have $90 million a month if we could get Black people to pay into the Black Achievement Fund so we can take care of meeting our needs for ourselves without waiting for reparations or these random checks to come into the mail.
Once my husband sees this, he's gonna like, because he's good with his hands. He used to race cars in Brooklyn where if his car went down, he would get a wire hanger and somehow, him in that RX-7, he's a farmer,
Come
he's a
on now.
welder. When I say I married a man's man, he does welding, he does all that stuff. So when he sees this, he's like, okay, Jackie, okay. Because the things that he does with his hands just amazing. And because when you said that, you're right, because building a house, like we would go look at homes and he would just like, okay, look at this. I'm like, dude, there's a patch there. He's like, look behind it because they put subpar materials when they're building it. And these homes are, huge and expensive. And he's like, look what they're doing. So he's one of those Inspector Gadget finding every nook and cranny problem with the home. So I love what you're doing. So let me read some comments. Deborah said, great. Tara says she wants to live there. Yeah, Tara, we're going to be neighbors. Okay, we will be neighbors. Alex said, sounds like Boom Boom Room. Speak it out loud, giving us the real vision of what is yet to come. Tara said you're a trendsetter. And she also said it goes back to the why, survival skills. Work on your security team because the crazies are very valuable. The COD crazies.
I think it's supposed to say you ladies are
You
very
know,
valuable.
yeah, very valuable. Thank you. So
Thank you.
the thing is, we know that because we saw the Rosewood, we know what happened in Kansas, we know all that stuff. And I know of you two women. So I know that's the least that we would have to worry about. Because when you talked about the security, I said yes, and everybody will be armed. Okay. Because when you mentioned gun range, I said, I ain't gotta say nothing else. I ain't gotta speak nothing because I know what she's talking about. Okay. So because it would be crazy for us to think that we can have our own and not expect intruders to come in, because we have to learn from our past. If we learn from our past, we can be positive, we can be progressive in our future. So
Yes.
I respect that. Oh, baby. Oh, my God. I found a new vacation place. And we have to change the mindset of people because we also have Black people who don't trust each other and things like we got to change that mindset because if you want to live in this entire environment, we have to depend on each other.
Yes.
Okay. I remember in Jamaica growing up, I remember I wanted to have a dollhouse. And my grandfather was like, we're not building you a dollhouse. We're building you a clubhouse. When I say that clubhouse was so big in the backyard, I could have stand up in there. He put a little grill in there and I would actually cook. That's how I learned how to cook my rice and peas and all that stuff because all the boys in the neighborhood and the girls helped build the clubhouse and the girls basically had to decorate the clubhouse, do the girly stuff and cooking. And we cooked the rice and peas and all that stuff. And I miss that because now they don't do that. You buy a little dollhouse for your daughter. So when I see these little dollhouse, I'm like, my clubhouse, I could have slept in that clubhouse. Okay, real tables and chairs and stuff. It was a mini house. And that made me appreciative now of what's going on and hearing what you're talking about because the tiny homes during the pandemic, I realized I didn't have to do my nails. I don't even put tips on anymore. I don't have to go do the va 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 boom. I still want to do the va, but I don't have to do va va boom boom. Okay. I still want to look kind of cute, but I don't have to do the other stuff. And you realize how much money you were saving in the bank when they shut down the city and
That's
things
right.
like that. And I'm sure you guys are going to have medical facilities. I'm sure there's some things that we don't need to have, we won't have living in that community. So I'm telling you, when I say you guys are filling me with pride, I don't know how I'm going to do Queen of Ford today. And I got to do her because she's a dynamic woman when it comes to womb care
Oh,
and all that kind of
yes.
stuff. She taught Erica Badu about
Yes,
doing
Queen of Food.
childbirth. She did,
I had the honor to meet her at Tassili's here in Atlanta. She's a
yes,
phenomenal woman and
phenomenal.
teacher. And that's what this is about, is we have the power to heal ourselves. Every single thing that ails our community, we have the power to fix it.
And just think about it. Can I have a cup of sugar? Can I have a cup of rice? Because now we go into our homes and we don't know what's happening. Some of us don't know what's happening with our neighbors because we have this thing about, I say I'm my sister's keeper. I'm gonna be all up in your business, making you.
That's it. Well, we need to be all up in each other's business. That's right.
We have to get back to that old. And I remember my pastor said something about America is the only country that has a home for their car. And I was thinking about it and thinking, I'm like, what's it? I said, that's true. We have a garage that we put our cars in when we can have family members live in there, or it could be another space. The fact that you're doing this, my question to you is, how can we kind of switch the mindset of people to this is something that we need to be doing? Maybe they may not want to go there, but to be landowners, to have their own house, to have their own land, how can we change that mindset? Because it's a generational thing. If you're getting that thing from the government and you live in your mother's apartment, then you live in there. So how do we change that mindset, Miss Renee?
You have to want it for yourself. That's first and foremost. You have to want it for yourself. I grew up where we didn't have much, where we would have to borrow people's electricity and things like that. And I knew that that's not what I wanted for my life as an adult. I knew that that's not what I wanted for my children. And so I knew early on that I had to take extra steps to make sure that this is not how I live and how my family lives. So it starts within you. You have to want it for yourself. Nobody can want things for you. You have to. And I always tell Ashley, I'm not going to beg nobody to be a millionaire. I'm not going to beg nobody to be successful. You have to want it yourself. I wanted it for myself. I went out and got it. Ashley wanted it for herself. She went out and got it. We had our friends and family that wanted it for themselves, and they joined us and said, let's go get it. It starts with you. You have to want it for yourself.
I want people to understand that we have to think outside of the box. I remember back in the day, if you went to college online, that's not a credible degree. Now look at that. Everybody's going online. I remember my company was one of the first companies that started working from home, your home office, blah, blah, blah. Then you go visit the clients. And all the other companies would tell my company that they're crazy for doing that. How can you trust the staff? Look at what's happening now. So now it's more, we have to change our mindset and we have to start being accountable because people are paying $900 for weaves, $500 for the red bottoms that ain't doing nothing for us. Okay. You may have a cankle after a while or break your leg after a while. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I tried one, almost bust my behind. I took it off and I did not buy it. I didn't buy it, but that was back in the day. I'm like, I don't need this. Invest in yourself, invest in land because yes, you have the money in the bank account, but listening to all these, because I'm watching landowners and stuff and buying land, it will never. They're talking about there's going to be a crash pretty soon, right? Now is the time is to start getting this land, getting your coins up, working as hard as you can. Don't talk about there's no jobs. There's jobs out there. Start collecting your coin and collectively, because I always wanted to do stuff with women. It's great having a man, but men are dying more than women. And then some women don't know how to pay the bills because the husband or the boyfriend or the baby daddy's been doing it. And I want women to start coming together, not just supporting each other. Put your money where your mouth is and start supporting each other by, okay, here's $50. Here's $20. Here's there. Because girl, I started something and the other girls I'm in it, they're in it, but they can't find other people to be in it. And I'm like, oh, but if somebody else had talked to you about it, you'd want to do it. And I'm talking about somebody else that's not of our race, they do it. And I'm not understanding why most people feel like they need for them to co-sign what we're doing. Because until they jump on board, the other Black people won't get it. So what you guys are doing for me is telling me to keep doing and keep being this bad mama jamma that I am and keep pushing forward with whatever ideas to help my sisters to economic growth, to whatever it is. And I'm using your floor plan. I'm using the young lady in Florida who was the first African-American woman to own a BP gas station. And we definitely gonna find a little something in one of your little spots. Me, Zena, Adina, Tahara, they're on here. So I'm telling y'all now, we're gonna take our money. So I don't mean to put y'all on the spot right now, but y'all know me. So Zena, Tahara, Adina, Sabrina, and Renee, and Latanya, we are going to have a conversation. We're going to come up with some things because we need to have some land on this piece. That's right, Zena, multiple streams of income. So if y'all got to go on that pole, do something, do what you got to do and bring that money into mama because we're going to do some stuff. So now, what gems would you like to drop? Because I know you guys have multiple things of doing. And first of all, my queens, I want to say thank you for being on the Women Are Worthy show. We appreciate you. I mean, people out of the woodwork is calling y'all, and I put y'all on my vision board because I said I'm gonna interview these women. When I first saw, I support what y'all are doing. Thank God I don't got my lashes on. And you guys are opening up doors for other women. You guys are showing people that they can do it. You guys are showing that women can support each other, white, black, whatever. It just has to be like-minded women. You women are showing the impossible is not impossible. We can climb every mountain. We can create our own Wakanda forever. Okay? So before closing the show out, Miss Ashley, can you tell us where people can contact you guys?
Well, you guys, you can find me at ashleyscott@kw.com. Shoot me an email. You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Ashley, ASHLEY, Scott, KW. That's also on Instagram, Instagram /Ashley Scott KW. And then we are doing a group investing seminar. So if you and your friends and your family, you guys need to get this information. We want to honor ourselves, so we do charge a $75 fee. But you guys come invest in yourselves. And that's the first step to get this information, to change your thinking, to be on that Zoom call and on that room with other like-minded individuals who want to build communities like what we're doing with Freedom Georgia in other states. There are people already doing this work. They just haven't gotten highlighted the way that we've gotten highlighted. But there's groups in Cuba, Alabama. There's groups in Miami, Florida. There's groups in New Mexico. There are Black people in Baltimore that are building these intentional communities. And we need to get organized and we need to connect with one another. And the best way to do that is by, please sign up with the Black Achievement Fund. BAF.solutions. Reach out to myself. Reach out to go to freedomgeorgia.com. It'll take you to our website so you can email us and connect with us. But this is a movement. Freedom Georgia will be a model, but there's going to be places all over the country that are going to be safe havens for Black people. And you can help make it happen when you bring your friends and your family together. You come to this investment seminar. I will show you where to get land. You will find out about USDA loans and other types of financing options. And you will learn about how we put our presentation together, what we use, the MOU we use, the LLC structure. Get this knowledge. It's available. Me and Renee are giving it out. We hope to go on tour. If you know people who want to, pay us to come speak to their group, we're ready to fly out. We're ready to do this. We're ready to do Zooms, whatever we can to get this information to folks. And we want to make it happen.
Well,
we can do this.
That we're going to put that $75. We're going to do that. We're going to join that. And then again, my goal will be 10 women and 15 women and 30 women. So that's going to be on my list. So we're going to work on that because we just talked about, Tara and I just talked about, and I think with Zena as well, that we need to start buying some land. Let's get our stuff together. Let's do these partners. Let's do these susus to additional streams of income, put that money there. And also I know through nonprofits, there's a way of getting land through your nonprofit too, because I found out so many valuable information. I'm not doing the stocks and bonds, I'm doing land. So Miss Renee, what you got to say talking us out of the show?
Thanks for having us on. It's just been an amazing process. I hope to continue to keep inspiring people. We want to keep teaching everybody. We want to be the model for everyone. Like Ashley said, we want a Freedom New York, a Freedom Jersey, a Freedom Florida. So, but it starts with you. Change your mindset, change your thinking. Everything around you will change. Change your network, change your people. If they're not talking about moving to the next level, it's time to move on from them and go to the next level with people who are, I can't stress that enough. It's the people that you have to surround yourself with who are having these conversations. That's who you want to mesh with. that is who you want to build with. And it all starts with you and to change your mindset.
Well, we want to tell everyone to thank you for tuning into the Women Are Worthy show, the Women Are Worthy Network. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, the Women Are Worthy Network. In closing, I want to ask God, the universe, if you believe in Buddha, whoever it is that you believe in, I want him to bless you or her to bless you 100 times fold. I want any negative Nellies that come your way, the windows blocked, the doors blocked, the ground is blocked, they can't come through because y'all are gonna be like soldiers. You hear me? They can't come through y'all because y'all are gonna be blocking them. Y'all are gonna be hand locked like this, okay? Because y'all got too much to accomplish. Because after this, there's something else, something else, something else. Creativity. I want creativity to flow. I want money to flow. I want everything your heart desires to be abundant. Where you guys are saying, oh my God, Zuckerberg who? Oprah who? Tyler Perry who? Because people are waiting on them to save them. Hell to the no. Save yourself. All these people who are millionaires or billionaires, well, Ashley and Renee gonna be on that level too, as well, and bringing people with them. So I want to say, ladies, I love you. I have not met you, but I'm just loving on y'all. And anything that we can do as Women Are Worthy show, we will definitely support you. Put it out there. Get the information out there. Zena said, mindset support step, and that is so true. So without further ado, ladies, I wish you well, peace and blessings. I love y'all. Ain't a damn thing y'all can do about it. Bye, ladies. Namaste.